News this afternoon: fire outbreak along Omerelu-Owerri Road in River State leaves 3 people dead. Vice President Professor Yemi Oshibajo in River State. Northern Governor's stance on zoning presidency to South region generates reaction. On the foreign scene, Afghanistan's banking system near collapse. I am Ifeemi Andrew. At least 3 people have died and properties worth millions of naira destroyed following a fire outbreak along the Omerelu-Owerri Road in the Ikore local government area of River State. Eyewitnesses say it followed an accident involving a bus and a truck close to a police checkpoint in the area. They said the IGP monitoring team shot at one of the tires of the bus conveying illegally refined petroleum products from Port Harcourt to Imo State. Our correspondent who visited the scene of the incident reports that 2 burnt corpses were still on the scene. The 3rd victim is said to have died in a hospital. Earlier, a resident of Omerelu community in a frantic call to our newsroom cried for help, saying the state fire service was yet to arrive at the accident scene.
Don't both the shop and have this really around that place. And shop that is built of books has been brought down. About 3 people have been brought to Aki.
As you may know, there are about 20 security checkpoints along the Omerelu-Owerri Road, which was once known as a hotbed for kidnapping. However, about 2 years after the kidnapping situation was tackled, the numerous checkpoints have remained. Moving on, Vice President Yemi Oshibajo and Inspector General of Police Akali Baba in River State. They will be attending the official commissioning of the President Muhammadu Buhari's barrack and office of the Nigeria Police Special Protection Unit Base 6 Omagwa in the state. The project was constructed by the Niger Delta Development Commission (NTDC). Correspondent Sebiru Wire reports that the 6 governors in the Niger Delta region, including the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, are expected to attend the commissioning ceremony along the Port Harcourt International Airport Road at Omagwa. River State Executive Council has approved 25 billion naira loan request for funding of some new and ongoing projects. Briefing journalists shortly after a council meeting on Monday, the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Pauline Sinserim, said the loan will be repaid within 18 months from the internally generated revenue of the state.
This loan has a repayment period of 18 months with effect from October 2021 and to be completed in April 2023 from the state's internally generated revenue. The repayment period is 1,547,874,350 naira 66 kobo monthly. Of course, this administration under His Excellency has an avowed commitment to ensure that all projects that are initiated by this government are completed before the tenure will end in 2023.
He also listed the projects that will be funded with the loan.
For the funding of the following projects: the Dr. Nabo Graham Douglas SAN campus of the Nigerian Law School, the Chokocho Ibodo Road in the Che local government area, the Oyibo Afam Road in Oyibo local government area, the construction of new magistrate courts, the construction of the Judicial Institute for the training of judicial officers in the state that will enhance justice delivery, and of course the Romo Kroshi Limbo flyover, which will be the 10th flyover that will be constructed by this administration.
Also, the Commissioner for Works, Elokatasi Amadi, spoke on why the state should access the loan.
A loan of 25 billion was approved today to be paid back in 18 months before the end of the tenure of this administration. The loan was deemed necessary because if you consider all the projects intended to be funded by these loans, for instance, the Oyibo Afam Road or the 27-kilometer Chokocho Ibodo Road, these projects have a construction time, which means that it's very important we commence the project immediately and take advantage of the oncoming dry season as well. We also have considered the inflationary trend in the country and the fact that we don't know what the prices of these projects will become if we take much longer to activate them.
Correspondent Megautika reports that the meeting was presided over by Governor Nyesom Wike. The PDP says former Governor of Borno State, Senator Ali Modu Sheriff, buried thoughts of the APC ruling the country for 40 years. In a statement, PDP National Publicity Secretary Kola Ologbondiyan said Nigerians were resolute in their decision not to allow the APC and its policies beyond May 29, 2023. Mr. Ologbondiyan was reacting to reports in sections of the media credited to the former Borno State Governor that the APC will remain in power for the next 40 years. He said Nigerians have decided to kick out the APC in the 2023 general election, and no amount of manipulations or evil mechanization can sway that resolve to ensure that the APC does not stay a day beyond May 29, 2023. The National Publicity Secretary of Afenifere, Jare Ajayi, says equity and fairness demands that presidency should come to the South in 2023. Speaking in an interview, he expressed surprise at the position of the northern governors, saying some of them had said before that power should come to the South in 2023. Mr. Ajayi said the position of the governors means that the issue of forging unity in the country is only on their lips and not in their hearts. The spokesperson of Afenifere, who admitted that zoning is not in the 1999 Constitution, stated that there are many other things that are done politically in form of convention. He, however, noted that there should be restructuring before the 2023 elections. Still ahead, Northern Governor's stance on zoning presidency to South region generates reaction. Stay tuned.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Governors of the 19 states in the north have opposed the call by their southern counterparts that the presidency should be zoned to the south in 2023. This was part of the resolutions reached on Monday at an emergency meeting held with traditional rulers in the region at the government house in Kaduna State. Chairman of the forum and Governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong, read out the communique containing the resolutions on behalf of his colleagues.
The forum unanimously condemned the statement by the Southern Governors Forum that the presidency must go to the South. The statement is quite contradictory with the provision of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, that the elected president shall A. score the majority votes, B. score at least 25% of the votes cast in 2/3 states of the Federation, C. in the case of run-up, simple majority will win the election.
He also briefed reporters on the position of the governors regarding the lingering dispute between the federal government and states over the collection of VAT.
The Northern State Governors Forum considered the ongoing national debate on collection of value-added tax, VAT. As responsible leaders, while we are concerned by the fact that the matter is sub judice, we, however, for the purposes of educating the public, make the following observations. A. The judgment of the Federal High Court calls to question the constitutionality of VAT and many other currently levied and collected by the Federal Government of Nigeria and the Federal Inland Revenue Service. VAT is being confused by these state governments as a sales tax. If every state enacted its own VAT law, multiple taxation will result in increase of prices of goods and services and collapse in interstate trade.
A social political analyst in Rivers State, Loveday Okere, says the opposition of northern governors to the zoning of the presidency to the south is not supposed to be a surprise to anyone. In an interview with our correspondent, he described their comments as political.
Their statement is not surprising because they are playing politics. They have raised a vital issue of saying that it is unconstitutional. Yes, it is unconstitutional, but conventionally, we all know that gentleman agreement that whenever power shifts from the south, it goes to the north, and when it shifts from the north, it goes to the south, cannot be overemphasized. It's a way of them trying to, awake the consciousness of the Southerners who are still sleeping to know that, look, if you don't take your chance very seriously, we may take it back.
Mr. Okere, while calling on leaders of the South to see the comments of northern governors as a challenge, also said that the position of the governors will not affect the decision of any political party that wants to zone its presidential ticket to the South.
This is also a test to the people of South to see how serious they are or we are to actually take that position of a presidency. They are telling you that since it is not constitutional, that they may also take it in one way or the other. Their statement represents a kind of ethnic representation. Political parties will take their decisions when it matters most, and political parties comprises of individuals from all ethnic groups in Nigeria. The reality and the truth is that any political party that decides to zone its presidential ticket to the north has started failing from that point.
Lavdo Okere, who is a stakeholder in the J local government area, also disagreed with the position of the northern governors on the collection of VAT.
The only area where I have very serious disagreement with them is when it comes to the issue of VAT, because they know that the majority of the things they get or they receive from VAT.
Said the FIRS was not created from the Constitution.
The entire state, not for state note, not for River State alone. The Federal Inland Revenue Body is not a creation of the Constitution, and therefore it is just an agent of the federal government. Take note, it's not an institution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but it's an institution created by the National Assembly for the federal government. To that extent, does it really have the capacity to then challenge the state, who are the components that form the federal government of Federal Republic of Nigeria?
Away from that, Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization Ohaneze Ndigbo has described the inability of Southeast governors to establish the Ebubeagwu Regional Security Outfit 3 months after it was mooted as an embarrassment. President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo, Professor George Obiozo, who stated this yesterday in Enugu in his message at the yearly celebration of Igbo Day, billed for September 29, stressed that it was disheartening that the Ebubeagwu security outfit had not been established, even in the face of rising insecurity in the southeast. Meanwhile, the Federal Capital Territory chapter of Ohaneze Ndigbo has barred its president and principal officers from accepting government appointments or receiving contracts during their tenure. In business, the Central Bank of Nigeria's eNaira website has gone live ahead of October 1 official launch. According to the website www.enaira.com, eNaira is a CBN-issued digital currency that provides a unique form of money denominated in Naira. In entertainment, U.S. singer R. Kelly has been found guilty of exploiting his superstar status to run a scheme to sexually abuse women and children for over 2 decades. Kelly, whose full name is Robert Sylvester Kelly, is also found to have trafficked women between different states in the U.S. and produced child pornography. In sports, UEFA has ended its legal fight against Barcelona, Juventus and Real Madrid over their involvement in the proposed European Super League. The clubs were among the 12 founding members of the breakaway league, which later collapsed.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
The boss of one of Afghanistan's biggest money lending firms says the country's banking system is near total collapse. Al-Falahi, the chief executive of the Islamic Bank of Afghanistan, said the country's financial industry is in the grip of an existential crisis due to customer panic. Afghanistan's economy was already on shaky grounds even before the Taliban took control in August. On the news this afternoon, you heard that there's been a fire outbreak along Omerelu Road in Rivers State, leaving 3 people dead. Vice President Professor Yemi Oshibajo is in Rivers State. The northern governor's stance on zoning presidency to the southern region of the country is generating comments. On the foreign scene, we told you that Afghanistan's banking system is set to be near total collapse. The news was edited by Choma Ezema. For contact our newsroom on 0818-900-0017. For more stories, visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Partly sunny weather is expected in Port Harcourt this afternoon. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. Thank you for listening and have a lovely day.